Yes.
The whole movie experience of sitting in a movie theater and experiencing it as a group, as an audience, seems to be at the core of the distribution, because people want to come out to see a film and be the first to see it. There's a phenomenon that's happening right now, and it seems like it's going to be kind of like what you're talking about in terms of the wave of the future. There's a movie called The Secret, and everyone talks about, you gotta see The Secret, you gotta see The Secret. You can go on the internet and download the movie for $4.95. You don't get that let's have a theater experience of it because you can watch the movie on your computer at home. But do you think that kind of the wave of the future is going to be kind of people downloading movies like they did with Napster and with music as separate entities that they just experience by themselves, and that whole, I mean, is there so much still in going to the movie theater as a whole? I mean, I know I'm touching on a lot of subjects here, but it seems like the future is like the downloadable movie, like it is with music.
Well, the answer is yes to everything you said. There's no question that downloading motion pictures is increasing. We had, at the very beginning of home video, Warner Brothers came to us and asked us to give them a certain number of pictures of different genres to try on home video and see if there was really any money in this. And we in Warner Brothers were astonished at how much money there was, and how also there was a difference in different types of films. Now, just about a year ago, Warner's came to us again and said, we would like to take a selected group of your pictures for VOD, video on demand, downloading, and see what happens. We were startled, and so was Warner Brothers. We are now in the process of signing a contract with Warner Brothers for VOD, video on demand. The results were astonishing. Pictures, we don't make many failures. It's been said I never had a failure. It's not true, but I've had very few failures. A couple of the films that we put in that category, we thought of as failures. They immediately became successes because of how much money there was in video on demand. So there's no question in my mind that VOD is growing. There will be more and more downloading. Luckily, I think for motion pictures, as opposed to the music business, they're going to pay for it, so you won't lose the type of money the music business lost. But as you say, there is still the communal feeling of watching a picture in a theater, particularly comedies. There was a comedy, I've forgotten what it was, that my wife and I were going to see in a theater, and for one reason or another we weren't able to see it, and we were thinking of getting a DVD, and I thought, why bother? For me, I like to be in the theater where everybody is laughing and the laughing builds, and you don't have that on a DVD. You don't have it on television. As a matter of fact, that's the reason for laugh tracks on sitcoms, to try to give you the impression that everybody else is laughing at a joke. Without that laugh track, you might not laugh at some of those lines. And also, the going to the theater is a communal experience, and particularly for young people, it's a dating experience. So I think at least for the near future, theaters will remain. It isn't a question of dividing up the pie. It's a question of the pie getting bigger, and more people will be seeing films. They'll be seeing them in theaters and at home both. Although I think in the long run, theaters will diminish slightly. There'll be more and more to see the picture at home, particularly as the screens get so much bigger as they've been getting, and the quality better.
I had a supporting point for your comment about the long tail of sales.
Yes.
A few months ago, I read or heard somewhere that Netflix has about 60,000 titles in its inventory. And on a daily basis, they circulate 35 to 40,000.
Yes.
5,000 of a blockbuster or a other videos.
Yes, that's a very good point. It's a perfect example of the long tail. And the long tail will grow longer and thicker.